Like, how, riddle me this. If I'm working in the office, how am I supposed to work in my bed?
Yeah. You can't bring your bed to the office.
Yeah, solve that puzzle for me, CEO.
Kinda dropped off all the things I love. Like I need a traffic jam to keep in touch. I can't focus on the words unless my hands are busy. I can't give up on the world or I'll leave this city. And it's way too broad what I'm trying to say, but I write it down and let it go. And it's hard to know all the words I need to explain my heart in a single note.
Hello, and welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculously excited grown-ups. We gotta change that. I can't. When was the last time I was excited?
Can I ask you
Not
a
recently.
question?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
How does the clap help you sync? Is it because you can clearly see it in
Probably.
the thing?
It's supposed to be, yeah. I've never found it particularly useful.
I get it for when people are recording video and they do the clap thing. Because you can sync the video and the audio that way.
I think same reason with the spike.
I guess
It's the same reason with the spike.
because you
Good-
can
good
you
up
can
front.
see if it's loud enough, you can see it clearly in the audio waveform when you're doing the video.
It's an especially good up front because clapping is not a thing that we do
We don't
on
ever
this
clap.
podcast.
Not before, not during. Well, during.
Yeah, sometimes
sometimes I
during.
do immediately after the start,
Yeah.
just to get us all synced.
Yeah.
Like
never understood.
emotionally in sync.
Yeah.
He knew he was helping, but he never understood how.
Until today. Congratulations.
I think they're most helpful if we
thanks.
do them sporadically throughout.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything about who we were, I don't think.
Nope.
Why would
Nope.
we?
Ben had to get to that question.
I haven't been introduced yet. Don't say my name.
Sorry. That guy couldn't wait another moment to get that clap cleared up. Sorry. The clap, I feel like that's for these.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that like a...
It's gonorrhea.
That's an STD.
It's an STD, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ben needs to get the
STI.
clap cleared up. At the top.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should, take care of yourself. So I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hi, Hannah. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
He almost forgot that he had to say words. He saluted before he said hello.
Yeah.
Eddie's. Thanks everybody for bearing with us last week. I did not
welcome.
think ahead about my life. So we were like, we got to, I don't even know, like Wednesday or something. And Erin was like, when are we recording? And I was like, I am camping until Saturday. So
I camp even. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. I don't know. Like, this is like such... Because this is such a part of my life and has been for many years, I can't tell whether... It feels like we should be extra aware of it because we do it every week, but because it's just in the backdrop of my week, I, like, never remember until it's like coming right up. If we're gonna...
I'm also like, we don't, almost never do we record on Monday or Tuesday, and I don't really like to, and so like, I forget this podcast exists on Mondays.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like
Pretty
anything on Mondays
consistently.
or Tuesdays.
excuse me.
So much less a... I have.
Can we not burp on the podcast, please? God.
Oh my god. Speaking of, I feel like we have a relevant email to what you just apologized for. Do you have access to the email, Hannah?
Yes.
I can read it, but it seems fun for you to read it.
Seems fun. Should we... should we do what are we drinking first?
Yeah,
though?
let's do that. Sorry.
Okay. I am drinking. I'm first, and I am drinking. Not because I'm selfish, just because that's how the order is this week. Okay. I'm drinking a cider I found in the back of my fridge.
Fun.
And I was concerned that might mean that I wouldn't like it, but it turns out I do like it.
Well, great.
No worries there. It's a Bantam cider. It's called Everwild. It's a Spanish Sidra style.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. Say anything about what that means? Not really. Oh, this cider is a collaboration with our friends at Sidra Riestra in Asturias, Spain. It offers the best of both worlds. Wild fermented New England apples blended with wild fermented Spanish apples. Dry, tart, earthy, a little funky, and a lot of fun.
Wow. Are you picking up on those fun notes?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good. Erin, what are you drinking?
Well, cool. I brought an alcohol just in case you did, because I always know that I get in the mood for one when you do. So I have a seltzer, I have an ice water, but I also have this fun drink. So I think hard seltzers are gross, except for this hard seltzer brand, which is delicious. Every single flavor I've had is delicious. Every single person I know who has tried it thinks it's absolutely delicious. It's Untitled Art, and these are their Florida seltzer line, and this particular one is strawberry kiwi. And
classic.
And it's great. They have like a pineapple something one. They have like a raspberry lime one. They have all sorts of flavors, and every single one I've tried is absolutely delicious. So that's what I have, and I'm having a hard time opening it. Sometimes I have a hard time opening can tabs.
If anyone knows
know.
can tabs opening.
Sometimes Molly opens it for me. I don't have any fingernail. I have like really flimsy fingernails, so I can't use my fingernail. Like my fingernail will break the fuck off. And so if it's really down close to the metal, I can't get my little finger under there. And I have to use a tool or ask Molly to open it for me.
That's so rough.
Oh no.
That's rough. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, she got it.
Strawberry, it just like tastes like a strawberry. It's incredible. I don't know how they do the voodoo that they do. I mean, it has like strawberry puree, kiwi puree, passion fruit concentrate.
There it is. I figured it out.
To call it,
in it.
yeah, to call it a seltzer is generous, and also has 100,
it's like
115 calories.
Oh. So it's like kind of like Spindrift Spiked, which I'm desperate to try.
Yeah, except it has more sugar in it.
Well,
I don't know.
Mean, being puree and not just juice is probably it probably has more like substance to it than just
I
water.
bet that's
right?
a pretty color.
Yeah, it is. It's like you can tell it's pink. I almost brought a glass because I thought you might be interested in the color. All right, I'm gonna pour it into my mouth if you can see.
Oh,
See?
Sorry.
You can see it on my shirt. Oh no! Oh fuck!
I could see it was pink while it was spilling on you. Yeah.
Do you see on my face there? Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm still recording because my ear pod fell out and sometimes it's weird about that. Yeah, so anyway. Do you see it? Nice color.
Yeah, it's pink.
oh, that's so much more than I thought you spilled.
Oh, it's my favorite shirt. Erin's wearing her Who Else Gay Here shirt.
Shout out to Beck
My favorite.
if you're listening for getting me this shirt.
Oh, Beck got you that?
I wish I had a napkin up here because I really spilled quite a lot of delicious strawberry kiwi hard seltzer by Untitled Art all over my shirt and desk. Try it
You
today.
want to go get one? I have tissues right here. Do you want one of these?
Yeah, hold on. I see one I can just grab right here. Ooh, I got some on my pants too. Now that I'm walking around, I'm realizing I really got that in my pants as well. Not in my pants, but on.
Wow.
Okay,
Incredible stuff.
thanks. Ben, what'd you get in your pants?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Ben?
What I get?
Ben, what'd you get?
What'd you get, Ben?
I got ice water.
Nice. 1 glass or 2?
2. I already drank the first one.
Oh, you spilled some on yourself though
I did.
earlier. Oh,
We're
it's so
spilling
sticky
buds.
now. Yeah, wow.
Mine wasn't
Okay.
sticky because it was water.
Let's read this email that we
Okay.
got.
I actually already replied to it.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
I saw the reply.
I hadn't read the whole thing, so read it out.
Okay, so their subject line is "Where's the dang podcast, y'all?" This is actually from yesterday, which is funny because it's been, well, I guess it's only been a couple days since it should have been out because it's Wednesday right now. Spoilers. Spoilers? It's not a spoiler.
No.
What'd you say? Spoilers. Ian says spoilers. Okay, so it's from Benito's Vegan, which is a wonderful, I mean, I would say broaching upon being world famous vegan meats and charcuterie and bread line in Tampa, Florida. So that's pretty exciting that they're emailing us.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. Check them out at the Ybor. Hold on.
I have a quick question about the name. It's Benito apostrophe S vegan. Is it vegan belonging to Benito, or is Benito is vegan?
It's belonging to
I think it's named after her
grandfather.
Grandpa.
Oh, cute.
Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. They're also accepting delivery orders now. So, Ybor Saturday Market in near Tampa. Okay.
Near Tampa. It's like North Tampa, but it's near Tampa.
Yeah. So this is what the actual email says. Where is it? Also, when am I coming back on the show? Everyone has been saying the show hasn't been the same without me. That's what I've been hearing. And then it's signed Lucas James Brown, who is our brother.
Amazing. That's a great way. Yeah, a middle name. See, this is what we're saying. A middle name, a nickname. If you have the last name
you
Brown.
don't have to go through any of the paperwork and stuff. You can just be like, call me James.
Call me
All my best
James.
friends call me James.
Yeah. James Brown, if you want a nod to James Brown without totally stealing James Brown's name.
Wow, love that. That's great. Lucas, you should have people start calling you James for real.
I would like to officially invite Benito's Vegan to come on the podcast, because I'm sure I would love to hear what a Benito's Vegan is obsessed about.
I would like Ben to read what he wrote back to James, our brother James.
I said, it's coming back when you send each of us a package of vegan pepperoni. Your move, James.
Amazing.
Which means we have to wait to release this until he sends us the pepperoni.
Oh,
Here's what I would say.
You should have been like, you're coming back when you send each of us vegan pepperoni.
Ooh.
Yes, that's what I would say. I would modify Ben's.
I wasn't clear. Oh, well, no, I said it's fuck. I was clear.
Unless you call
Damn
James
me.
it's.
Well, it is a corporation.
I would say,
true.
look, Ben doesn't speak for, Ben's not the executive of this corporation. I would say that we will have our brother James Brown back on when he sends us each a packet of vegan pepperoni and any other vegan treats that he would like us to sample live on the podcast with him.
Fun.
And then we can also do like the rest of the podcast, but that can be like an upfront. And that'll be obviously great exposure for the brand and really, for us too, because, let me just
clarify what happened here. I invited James to the podcast properly, and you were like, if you want to send us food, we'll eat it as an upfront.
Well, then he can also be on the podcast. It's
okay, but you have to leave in the first 15 after the first 15 minutes.
No, you can stay.
Yeah, you're right. I think
and everything.
Yeah, I think that would be great if his timing coincided with him sending us vegan treats.
Yeah, it would be a great bribe, and I would love it. All this stuff looks great. Follow Benito's Vegan on Instagram. Okay.
They're
Thanks
also
for
on
the email.
Facebook.
Sorry about last week.
Yeah, sorry about last week, everybody.
It's my fault.
I said they're also on Facebook.
Oh, they are?
And
Wonderful.
TikTok.
What? Really?
I think so. They seem to have posted
wait.
TikTok videos on Instagram.
Oh, do you know who is on
Can't wait to hear the end of this question.
Oh.
you know who is on TikTok? B. Steadwell.
Oh, yeah, I think I did know that, because I follow B on Patreon.
Isn't Molly on TikTok? Doesn't she love being on TikTok?
Molly has gone viral on TikTok. She loves it. She's on it all the time. She's quit her job and only does TikTok now.
Making them or just watching TikToks?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought that's what... Yeah, she doesn't post any. She just watches it. She's gone viral. Like, she won't stop watching it. She's got like 3 million views, her views of other TikToks.
Yes, Benito's Vegan is on TikTok. I just followed them. But yeah, B Studwell is she's got some very popular videos on there. And some songs that I think she just wrote little snippets, and that's a really good place for that. Like there's one called White Men on Bikes. That one's pretty popular. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, she posted a Patreon of her all her little tiny songs. It's a good format for me because I watch all my TikTok on YouTube. So
wow,
you know.
Tell me you're over
Very
30 without saying you're over 30.
Yeah,
am I right?
I watch all my TikTok on YouTube. It's true. Actually, Ben and I were talking pre-pod about how YouTube doesn't know how old we are or like who we are, and I was thinking, well, they might think I'm, young because I watch a lot of TikTok compilations. I'm like, well, that's probably exactly. They probably actually know better what age I am because I watch a lot of TikTok videos on YouTube. So,
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that video that Ben sent us right before we recorded? Oh, it's great. It's so good.
Ben, do you want to tell us about the video you sent us?
Sure. Whatever. It's by a musician named Muna. M-U-N-A, all caps.
That's why we wanted you to do it, because I don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't either.
How did you come across this?
Well, I got served it up on YouTube, and this is what I was talking about, where I don't think YouTube has a great handle on who I am at the moment. Not that I wouldn't like this song, but like this is a song and a video for gay people in the best possible way. And I'm not that. It's more even specifically for lesbians, I would argue. Or queer women, maybe, is maybe more inclusive way. Like, and I'm not that at all. And it was like, hey, you'll love this. And it wasn't wrong, but like, I think it was, I got it. I think it just lucked out.
Yeah.
Because I've also been getting recommendations on YouTube for videos made by med school YouTubers, which appears to be a category of YouTubers of like people who are in med school, but also make YouTube videos about like good study habits. And haven't watched any of those. Keep getting them recommended to me. Don't know why. Don't know what YouTube was really thinking there. But it's called Silk Chiffon, and it's featuring Phoebe Bridgers, which I think is how this got into my YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
It's probably the Phoebe Bridgers angle. And it may also be why YouTube could think I'm a queer woman potentially from Phoebe Bridgers and Boy Genius and stuff. But it's a good song. The video is basically, as Erin put it, a love letter to But I'm a Cheerleader with Phoebe Bridgers in it with pink hair. She looks great. And it also has Caleb, is it Heron?
Yeah, I think so.
Who is a really funny comedian whose Caleb Says Things on Twitter. He makes funny videos. And he is gay. So it's great.
Yeah, it really made me want to watch But I'm a Cheerleader again so bad. I might have to do it tonight. I don't know.
We'll put it into Wasamanu. Can you wait?
Yeah, I can wait.
All right, we'll put it into end of September Wasamanu, where the S stands for Sapphic, which Hannah coined. We were also talking about YouTube because Ben got this video, and I was on YouTube for hours last night. I was on YouTube from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. last night, and was watching Phoebe Bridgers stuff, and did not get this video served to me.
Wow.
But
weird.
Like I was also telling Ben, I love to like watch whatever YouTube suggests to me, and would have totally watched this med school study habits video. Like I would have definitely clicked on that. Like I literally would have. Just be like, what's going on with that?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Hey. This is a message to you two specifically, and to everybody else who prefers YouTube over Twitch. You should go follow Sydney M Games on YouTube. She has switched platforms. She's now going to be making videos and doing live streams on YouTube.
Cool.
And making shorts and stuff. Like she's basically going like single platform to YouTube.
Why?
Specifically because she's taking a stand against all the hate raids that have been going on Twitch. She hasn't gotten been the victim of any of them, I don't think, but she doesn't want to support the platform because the platform is not supporting its creators. So she's off of Twitch. So
how do I find Sydney M Games on YouTube? I just typed Sydney M Games in search and got some good looking videos I would definitely watch, but
It was the first result for me, so did you spell it right?
It's SYDNEY. Is that why?
I got that. M Games. I did it in the search, in the filter, in the search.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney M Games. Do I need to?
It's all one word. Would that be why?
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yep, that's why.
You fucking dumb.
Wow, Ben's
Shotter.
such a fucking show off. Oh, first for me. I work at Harvard. I have read New York Times for 5 years. Okay.
Cool. Yay. Excited.
Fun.
Yeah. She's been doing great fun Minecraft streams. Just can't recommend her enough, and I won't stop. So please watch her. All right, cool. I don't think I have any other upfronts. Do you guys?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Well, okay. Is your obsession going to be the reason we didn't record last week?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Okay, I have an upfront. I made it sound really dramatic. I was just like thinking, but it sounds like I have an announcement and I don't. I'm suddenly all self-conscious, even though like don't really. This is like so small. But Molly and I stayed in an Airbnb in downtown Durham last weekend, and it was so fun. And I just want to put a plug in, I guess, especially for you, Ben, but you, Hannah, to like if you live in a cool city or near a cool city, but not like in the downtown. I recommend like being a tourist in your own city for a weekend for no fucking reason. And it was just like, I mean, it was the reason it was Molly's birthday, but it was just really fun. We had a great time. So I want to wreck that. I want to give a recommendation for that. I want to wreck that for anybody. Ben, did you see my tour of the place?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So is this just like beautiful for the listener? Beautiful downtown Durham?
Saw that and had the same idea where I was like, hey, this seems like it could be fun to do in Boston. And brought it to Kylie and she was like, that sounds fucking stupid. And I was
wow.
like, damn, rude.
Why does that sound stupid?
Well, she didn't say that. She just said it didn't sound like she would be fun for her because she like, if we're going to do a vacation, she would actually like want to go somewhere different, which is fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah.
But it's nice to not have to like
I made her sound a lot worse
travel.
than she actually did. She was very reasonable about it.
She was probably like, that sounds fun, but I think if we're traveling, I'd like to go somewhere new.
It was pretty much exactly that.
Oh, wow. Nice one, Ben.
Yeah, it is nice to like not have to like the travel time was like 15 minutes for us.
Yeah. Yeah. That is really nice about it.
Yeah.
Well, and it was beautiful. The place was beautiful. The view was beautiful. Way to go. Happy birthday again to Molly.
Yeah, happy birthday, Molly.
Yeah. And
great lady.
And happy birthday to Ben again as well.
Oh, I have a cute story I wanted to share from our weekend. On Friday night, we were reminiscing at dinner about how our third date was going to see the Durham Bulls at the end of the Durham Bulls, which is our minor league baseball game. Our baseball team, they do fireworks on Friday nights, and so we we were watching the fireworks, and it was like a really nice date on our third date. And then when we got back to our Airbnb, like now we're back from our reminisce, we were on the rooftop having a drink on our rooftop patio, and the Durham Bulls fireworks were happening, and so we got to watch the Durham Bulls fireworks show from the rooftop. It was just like really nice, and we actually got to see them on Saturday too, so that was really cool. Very romantic.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
that's so nice. I have a little up front. I have a little itty bitty up front.
What's up?
Which is
front.
It's a cool phrase that Ian invented while we were on vacation, which I'll talk about in a little minute. I don't remember why he said it at all, but we were like, oh, we should print this on t-shirts, and I like sent it to him in a message, so I thought I would share with you guys. It sounds a little bit, I don't know, like live, laugh, lovey, but also like I kind of enjoy the wordplay. It's if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't deserve you.
I like that.
And you could also make it be about a person.
A waiter.
But then it gets a little like if If that waiter doesn't serve you, he doesn't deserve you. Yeah.
You tip.
And then it gets a little bit. Yeah. Then it's a little bit Karen-y. So I don't know. But yeah. That's fun.
I like to say live, laugh, love. You know what I like to say? Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
I have actually a whole line of live, laugh, loves that are live, laugh, love. It's like live, laugh, love, except it's live, laugh, love. So.
A whole line of products that you make?
Yeah, they're in my house. I bought the ones that actually say live, laugh, love.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
How do you tell the
skill.
difference?
Yeah, that you've honed.
Well, mine say live.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I just read it and I was like, oh, that one says
Just
live.
read it.
Wow. Yeah. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, cool. Let's hop right on in.
Okay. I would like to talk about why we didn't have an episode last week. And I know you guys have both heard a fair bit about it already, but I have some things that I can show you. And I have pictures that I can post maybe on Twitter if I remember for the listeners. And I just want to talk about it because it was fun. So I talk about mining for Herkimer diamonds.
Herkimer diamonds.
Talk to the listener about what is a Herkimer diamond because our uncle seemed to know, but I didn't know.
Okay.
They're not real diamonds.
They're not real diamonds. Okay, so Herkimer diamonds are a type of quartz, so, confusingly, that is, I'll read off of this bumper sticker I bought. The oldest, clearest, hardest, naturally faceted quartz crystal. So what's cool about Herkimer diamonds is that they form as double terminated, they form like the picture that I'm showing you guys, which basically looks like if you took two diamonds and put them like end to end on the fat side of them, like two cut diamonds and put them end to end on the fat side, like it looks like a little pill, but like faceted so that it's sharp on the ends, but clear and sparkly and stuff.
What did the bumper sticker say? Oldest, clearest, fattest? What did it say?
Oldest, clearest, hardest, naturally faceted quartz crystals.
Naturally fattest. Okay.
What other things would you advertise as oldest, clearest, hardest?
Fattest. Your mom.
Wow.
That's a great question. I'm gonna come up with some answers to that fine question, Ben.
So Herkimer diamonds, they are very plentiful in the places where they are, but it's very rare for them to form.
Like Herkimer?
Yes, Herkimer is like the main one, obviously, because they're named after. Also, there are other spots like
Herkimer, New York.
In New York.
Herkimer, New Yorker.
Herkimer, New Yorker, which I love the word Herkimer a lot. Just like half the reason that I
absolutely
go back
it's
there.
a great word.
Yeah. There are other places in the world where Herkimer diamonds form. I don't know if it's like Champagne, where technically those are not Herkimer diamonds, but they look exactly the same. Like there's spots in Afghanistan where you can find them.
I read on the website they have to be from Herkimer to be called Herkimer diamonds.
Yeah, well, it was the website from Herkimer.
I think
also.
it was Wikipedia, which is probably maintained by the Herkimer KOA.
Wikipedia, which we call the website here.
Yeah.
It's the website.
Wikipedia, or as I call it,
the website.
The website. Yeah, well, either way, I'm sure that there's debate around that, but I don't really care. But we got ours in Herkimer, so it's kind of moot. But we had gone before. Oh, so let me explain. So they look like I said, like two diamonds with the fat ends, like touching butts. Two diamonds touching butts, and and they can be like very tiny and be that shape, or they can be very big and be that shape. And they form that way because they actually form. The way that they form is in these like little pockets in the rock that are called vugs. They're like air pockets or mud pockets even in this stone that I think is a type of sandstone. And the crystal forms inside of this pocket, and it's barely touching the stone around it. So that's why it ends up double terminated, is because it's like nothing is blocking it from forming that way. So actually, some of the most popular, like we could sell these. Actually, they wouldn't like be worth a ton, but they, we can make a little bit of money off of what we found. And some of the most popular things that people like have in their homes are like this one, where it's still in the rock exactly where we found it. So you guys who are not the listener can see, I don't know if it'll focus on it, but this is kind of how they form. It's just like inside of a little hole in the rock. So Ian like literally broke a rock open and he found this inside of it.
That's really neat.
It was really neat.
And what makes a quartz grow?
I don't know. I think it's like something about, I don't know what makes any gem grow.
A quartz seed.
I think it's something about the amount of like other like the right minerals in the soil when the rock is forming. But I don't know what those minerals are. It's really hard to tell, but like this whole rock is very shimmery, and like all of the rocks in that area are super shimmery. I think that's probably the same stuff that forms the crystals. So you find them just like because they're like any size and they're like everywhere throughout all these rocks. The actual mine is like a wall of rock that people are actively like pulling chunks off of, but then like the whole ground is also covered with all different size rocks, and you could literally break any of them open and find like some amount of like quartz inside of it.
Wow.
And like this one was just a loose rock Ian found on the ground that he broke open. He didn't have to break the wall open for that. And yeah, so we went out last Wednesday night and we stayed. This is not a paid advertisement, but there's a very nice campground there. It's a KOA campground, and you get a discount on the mining if you stay at the KOA. And they have some really cool cabins. Like we stayed at one that was completely powered by solar power. It was like an off the grid cabin, but it was like fully electric, like all of the amenities, a full bathroom and everything. And they also have
water electric.
The water was wet, so that was good. I liked that. And also so we did that for 2 days. We mined Herkimer diamonds for 2 days. So we found, that was probably my favorite one, the one I just showed you guys, which is like a pretty decent sized stone inside of crystal inside of a stone. Thank you. But we also found a lot of loose guys. Ian had some very exciting moments where he broke off actual pieces of the wall and found so he broke off a spot near the bottom of the rock wall. On the second day, we got brave and we decided to stop breaking little rocks and try to break the big rock. And he broke it open and he was like, oh, it's just full of mud. And then he was like, wait a minute, there's something shiny in that mud. And he pulled out our absolute best like specimen, which was, they're so hard to get on camera, but
wow. Yeah, keep
like
trying.
clear and hard.
It's
and
like
old.
It's like the size of my like pointer finger thumbnail, maybe.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, perfect. Wow, that's really pretty. Does it have a bubble in it?
It has a little heart-shaped bubble in it.
Oh,
it's so
cute.
Cool. It's perfectly, it's like pretty perfectly formed. It's very clear, and it was in like thousands and thousands of years old mud that I had to clean off it, and it was like so exciting. Like it's just like the thrill of discovery like I haven't experienced in years.
Cool.
So I loved that. And also this was the biggest one we found, which is beefy
Wow.
boy. But it's not, it's extremely broken, but it's cool because the other thing that's cool about Herkimer diamonds is that they have like rainbows in them, especially the ones with cracks have like cool, like pretty, like rainbow when you get them in the right light. They have like colors inside, which is so cool. And actually some people who are like into crystals like Herkimer diamonds, they say they have like a lot of good energy or whatever. I don't know anything about that.
It's not real, but that's fine.
Will you bring those, if you think of it, to Thanksgiving to show off in person? I think that could be fun.
Yeah, totally. And then the other thing that's everywhere there, which is so cool, is what's called druzy, which is like, again, extremely hard to show on camera and nobody at home can see it. But basically, a lot of the same vugs that I was talking about, or like the smaller ones of them, are lined with tiny crystals. So they just like shimmer like there's glitter on them.
Oh,
yeah, you can't
cool.
see it a bit. Oh, you can see a little
it.
bit there.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but these are like pretty much only cool in person. But it's everywhere there, like everywhere you look, because also like people like go with their family. People go who are very serious about finding Herkimer, like big Herkimers and perfect Herkimers. People also go with their families and whatever. So everybody's looking for different stuff. So part of the reason you can just find like cool things all over the ground is because for other people, it's like one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? Like people will like leave druzy on the ground because they got like a whole Herkimer diamond and that's all they cared about. But the druzy is also very beautiful. So it's like, it's just fun. It's just a nice vibe. And we had like no, like the sun it was like very cloudy the first day, which was actually really nice because there's not a lot of natural shade in that area. And then the second day it was mostly shady, but then sometimes the sun would peek out, which was nice because you could actually spot like Herkimers just on the ground glinting in the sun when the sun was
cool.
out. So, yeah, it was like a pretty perfect couple of days mining, I would say. Ian's become obsessed with geology for the moment. He bought like a rock hunters book and stuff after we got back. Yeah. So it was a good time.
That
Would
sounds
recommend.
great.
Yeah.
So, can you keep absolutely anything you want to? Mm-hmm. Is there any limit?
You pay a flat fee for the whole day, and then you can keep anything you find. No limits.
What's the fee?
$14.
It's something like that. It might have been a little bit less
$13.75
for us because we were staying there, but
Wow, that's so cheap.
yeah. And actually, like something like this really clear one, or maybe even this big one that's not really clear, might be worth something like $20 on its own. So we might get our day's work back just from that.
You can make a profit on your vacation.
Yes, girl. Get
What
that
a
girl
life
boss
hack.
energy. Yeah. No, sorry about that. I apologize. We're not going to sell them.
I watched some people on YouTube after you were talking about it on Family Slack. I watched some people on YouTube at the Herkimer Diamond Mine, and I took a YouTube tour because I was curious about where you were. I wanted to feel close to you.
It's cute. It's funny because like they like the aesthetic is confusing because they had a flood a few years back at the KOA specifically, and they lost a lot of their like structures and had to rebuild them. And I don't know what it looked like before, but they rebuilt it. It's nice. It's really nice. But like they rebuilt it to look like an old like very prospectory vibes. Like it looks like a gold mining town type of thing, right? That's like just like their fun joke. But then also like all their merch and like t-shirts and stuff were like really cool. Like I almost got Ben a sweatshirt from there for his birthday just because like I just thought it looked cool and he would look cool in it. And then I was like, I think it's stupid to get someone clothing from a place they didn't go to.
I mean, if it looks cool enough, I feel like it's fine.
That's not cool.
There were some sweatpants there that I thought you would really like, but I didn't buy them. Sorry.
I don't think that's true. I mean, I have been to Ireland, but even if I hadn't, like my parents brought us like Ireland sweatshirts, and it's really great. But
yeah, but Ireland is like remote to here.
yeah,
You know?
I think what you said was Ben would look cool in it. I don't think that's possible. It's the only thing.
You fucking asshole.
You got him.
Yeah, not very elegantly. Ben will look cool.
Yeah, it is hard work. Ian like did his like hand. He was using a really heavy hammer both days, and then like as we were driving home, he couldn't like. If he wasn't thinking about it, his hand would turn into a claw. Yeah, I think it was fun. If you like, I don't know, it's like a little bit addictive. But if you like, outdoorsy type stuff and camping and you don't mind
keep saying camping, but you stayed in a full house.
Oh, there's also a little herc sticking out of the bottom of this too. Well, it wasn't a house. It was small. It was like actually a trailer.
Oh, okay.
It's just neat. Yeah, I would suggest it if you're ever in the area. Go have a look. And you don't have to do it as a whole. I mean, we did it as like a couple of days trip, but we actually had already gone mining as like a day trip a few years ago. Ugh. And we just happened to be in the area, and it's not very far from like actual tourist destinations in New York, like Cooperstown, where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. So, you know, you could always just make a little like day trip of it. See if you can pick up a couple. That's fun too. So,
how far from your house?
Like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
So we probably go back like relatively
Every
soon.
week.
This weekend and next weekend.
And then if we're not doing anything, probably the weekend after that.
The weekend after, why not? Clear the schedule.
Yeah, no. But it was fun. I'll go back
Cool.
for sure.
Well,
Oh my god, I had a student today who came in and like asked me a bunch of questions, and then as he was leaving, he said, "Have a nice weekend." and I didn't even notice, but my coworker was like, "That's some real energy to bring into a Wednesday to end the conversation with have a nice weekend." I was like, wait, did he say that? What? Oh my god! And then I just kept saying it to people for the rest of the day. I just kept telling people to have this weekend.
You know what's funny is I do have Thursday and Friday off this week, so
Wow.
Yeah, because you're no interest vacation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of interest in my vacation, but I accidentally told Ben and Hannah when I meant to say no internet. I said no interest. I said I'm going.
She was
to...
like, "But and get this," and then waited a message and said in all caps, "No interest."
After I was like going to a lake house with some friends. Get this and get this. No interest.
Get this. I don't want to go.
But I do. But there's no internet. Although the listing also says no TV, and there's like a TV in the first picture, so who knows? Maybe there is internet.
It's okay. You have no interest in the internet.
Honestly, disconnecting sounds really lovely, so maybe I'll just turn my phone off.
Yeah, do it.
Do it. Books. Fun
yeah,
vacation.
all.
Congrats on your vacation.
Thank you. Oh, you know, I'm sorry. I feel like I've been going forever, but just one more thing I wanted to say is that I was having a think on it when I was there, and I was like, I wonder how like Native communities feel about this activity as like something people come to do.
Good cue.
Like Native American communities, like indigenous communities of the area, and it's very hard to find on the internet. The only things I could really find were written from an outsider's perspective. So I really don't know. I don't feel like I would be super crazy about people doing it on like my land. So I'd like to know more about that. But one thing that I found was that the people who used to live in the area before they were, you know, like genocided and moved and stuff, were called something that translated roughly to the people of the Flint, which the website I was reading theorized was actually a mistranslation and was actually about the crystals instead. But I don't know. I feel like maybe they were underestimating how important Flint might have been at that time as well. And like all of the rocks that we were hitting were making sparks. So I feel like even if you were mining for diamonds, you would also be like mining Flint at the same time as as like an indigenous person living there. So I still have that on my brain, and I don't have a lot of answers about it. If you know anything about it as the listener, let me know. But yeah, I guess there was probably some tradition of at least mining Flint and finding crystals, if not actively mining crystals in the indigenous community who that land belongs to. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm interested in like how sustainable is that? Like, how do you know how long that mine has been open, and like how long it could be open before it's completely mined out? Do you have any data on that, or any like guesses?
It's been around for a really long time. I know they have they have like 3 different sites that I think maybe they rotate them. I'm not really sure because there was only one open while we were there, or maybe they open more when there's other people. But like because there's like the initial breaking off of the rock face, and then there are all the little rocks for people to break open, and because it's so plentiful, I imagine that it could be there for quite a while. But that's just a guess. I really don't know. Should we pop into Erin now?
Yep. Okay. Let's see. What's my obsession? Well, I have a repeat. How do we feel about repeats on this podcast?
Good.
Yeah, great.
Because it's just like what I'm obsessed with. And it's a little different from title, at least. So we talked about this episode the other day. Episode 122, Big Lips, Big Mouth, Wide Mouth. And in that... Big Lips, Big Mouth, Wide Mouth, I talked about streaming Ocarina of Time randomizer. And the truth is, the other day I watched a 9-hour ZFG video where he did a max random randomizer, and I just loved it. I watched every little minute of it, and actually I didn't watch the end. But by the time I got all the items and it was time to begin, and I was like, all right, I get it. But it made me want to play again. And I had stalled out last time because, so for those who don't know, Ocarina of Time, it's a game originally made for, I believe, the N64, and the randomizer is this cool community-made modification where you can randomize a whole bunch of stuff, and they keep working on it. They keep releasing cool new stuff. So, like you can get, like, change the sword color and the hammer color and stuff. It's pretty cool. The shield color, your shield color. Anyway.
Pretty cool.
So I stalled out last time because it was just too random, and I'm not, like, that skilled of a player where I can, like, I randomized everything. I think it's so fun to watch somebody who's as good as ZFG do, like, complete entrance randomizer where, like, everything is in complete chaos. But as a player, I found that I just never remembered where the fuck anything was, and it felt like a lot of work. So I'm playing where just the items are randomized and all the locations are the same, except the warp songs are randomized, and it's a ton of fun, and I'm getting a lot of momentum, and I'm doing really well. So anyway, I am changing up my streaming setup. So I haven't been streaming it, but I want to again, especially now that I have a little more confidence. But I had to order a new part, and so maybe next week I might stream. But I've just been having a great time playing that, and just feeling really good and fun about that. So been really
That's
fun.
fun.
What did you have to order?
So before, the way I was streaming it before was I was doing a AV to HDMI, putting the HDMI in the computer, and then doing the out through the the streamer box or something like that. I don't remember.
The capture card.
The capture card. But the key there was that I was doing it through. I think I was like the short story is like it was going through my computer first, and so there's actually a pretty significant lag. Like when so my setup was stupid. I think my setup was really stupid. I think I had like things going through. I don't quite remember how I had it set up, but it had a pretty bad lag. So when I do it straight to so basically I got a one of those like AV where I can plug it into the two female, and it produces like two separate male
Splitter.
outputs. Splitter. It's a splitter. I'm in tech,
I mean, that's interesting. The delay was that bad because the capture card has a pass through also.
I think I was doing the pass through with the capture card. It was like it wasn't like severe, but it was like maybe a half a second or something.
Where are you viewing the game?
So before I was doing it through my computer,
like in OBS?
I was doing like in my computer monitor. Yeah. So that might have been it, but not OBS, but like I was definitely like using
it was just going straight to a monitor, not going through. It was actually, or was it going straight to a monitor or through your computer?
I think it was going through my computer.
a computer.
I think it was going through my muter.
We can talk more about this later. This is an
No, I was
podcast.
going through my computer to my monitor. What is this called? Is this my Muner or is my computer? So, anyway, that was affecting me when I was trying to do like little glitches and stuff like that. But
Gotcha.
so now, like as I'm playing it just for leisure, which is all I'm ever doing, I'm downstairs on the big TV, and I was like, oh, if I had a splitter here, that'd be just so straightforward. I would just split it, and then I have a AV to HDMI, bada bing, bada boom, capture card into the computer and just stream it just like while I'm sitting there. So
you're gonna stream it from your living room?
I mean, it's a good question. Yeah. Sure. Maybe I want to turn my video on. I think probably turn my video off and just put my headphones in and just chit chat with. And like people watching it are gonna be like, you, and I'm like, Dominic. So
You know what? You ask a good question, you get a good answer. Yes.
if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't deserve you. I think, but I think it's interesting, right? Because I think like I have a lot of fun because it's just like total dopamine when you're just like any item that you find could be something really cool that you need. It's just fun. It's just really, really fun, and I just think it would be fun to stream again. So that's been my obsession.
Yay.
Ocarina of
Do
Time
it.
randomizer. I do need to figure out though, with every seed I make, I do all the max like SFX settings, but my tunic is always pink. Always, always, always. So I think something's wrong there. I need to troubleshoot that.
Sounds like something's right to me.
Maybe we just need to manually set it to something else.
Fashion.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think this is random. This doesn't feel random. This feels just
fashionable.
pink.
It feels good, but not random.
I get a little tired of it.
This feels pink.
Maybe they're like, you're a girl. We'll make your tunic pink.
That would be funny if the randomizer knew more about you than YouTube.
It would be funny.
I have a splinter in my hand and I don't know how. So.
Hammer.
It's a hammer. Maybe.
Muner.
I think I was going through my Muner. It's good. It's very good. That's pretty cool. So when are you going to stream it?
When I get my AV splitter. Well, I'm out all weekend. So, next week. Next week when I am free too. Probably Monday night. Maybe Sunday night. You know, and I have a shitty streaming computer. So, you know, it's not like a great setup, but we're going to make it
You will
work.
probably still have lag with that from the AV to HDMI converter, but
Yeah.
it's livable.
I don't want that. But I already ordered the cord.
But you're going. Oh yeah, I guess so. You wouldn't have. You're right with the splitter method. You wouldn't have the lag because you're going AV straight to the TV.
Totally.
So that is the advantage there. Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right, that makes sense.
You know, it's got to be... I can't have the lag because I'm a gamer. You know, pretty hardcore gamer. So...
And she's in tech, so.
I want my Muner to have the lag. If anything's going to have the lag.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm excited to watch you.
Thanks.
I think you were good. You were good to pace yourself this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had to
good.
be realistic about my abilities.
That's a candle! Ah! Sorry.
Hannah's afraid of candles. We forgot to tell you this.
She has to look at her other screen, so she's not afraid.
No, she's okay. She's okay. Did you guys see her?
What happened?
Oh, Squeaks jumped up on the table. I can't blame her, you know. There's never been a candle here before. But she walked right over to the candle, and I was powerless to help her. But she's okay.
Who's gonna light my candle?
Not Squeak. Oh,
Candle. You know that song?
I do now. Thanks to you and your efforts, I do know that song. And I know that's not how it goes.
Who's gonna light my candle?
Cool. Good obsession, Erin.
All right, we haven't even gotten to bed. How long have we been recording? It's been so long. Only an hour. Ben, what's your obsession?
My obsession is Battlestar Galactica.
Oh!
Oh,
Old or new?
I've never seen it.
Well, I mean, New is 17 years old at this point, so old. New, I guess, but
Older.
I'm
or
not.
newer?
I'm not watching the 1978 one.
Thank
Or
you.
no, 72, 78.
Wow.
I think 78.
Okay, let me.
difficult
Ben, in your
fucking
defense, no, you're difficult, Hannah. In Ben's defense, of course he's not watching the 1978 version. Of course he's watching the Battlestar Galactica that everybody references when they reference Battlestar Galactica.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you're just being like, oh, I know what Battlestar Galactica in 1978 is. You nerd. Fucking nerd.
I feel like the polite thing to do if you're gonna like not name the year or whatever is to assume it's the original.
No, you assume it's the more popular one, of course.
I don't know how popular Battlestar is. I wanted to make sure we watch the same thing. What the fuck is this?
I've actually already watched this one before, long ago. Probably at the same time you were watching it, because I recall our family watching it together, if I remember correctly.
I'm sorry, we're talking about that 1978 version. Please cite the year.
Yeah, and I've wanted to watch it for a long time because I don't remember it that well, and I really want Kylie to see it. I just remember loving it when we first watched it when I was younger. I also remember, and maybe Hannah, you'll have some insight into this.
Okay.
There are four seasons of it, and I recall us having all 4 seasons on DVD. This is not important for what I'm talking about, but like I said, I remember us watching it either together as a family, or like one of us started watching it and then someone else was like, hey, you all should also watch this. So it was at a point when we were all living in the same house in Massachusetts, which, was a while. And I recall watching the first 3 seasons together. We all really liked it. And then for some reason, I don't remember why, I had to I went away for some amount of time where the rest of you watched the 4th season, and you really didn't like it, and when I came back, you all were like, hey, the 4th season's bad, don't even bother watching it, and I never did. Does this sound at all familiar to you?
I mean, the 4th season being bad sounds really familiar, so I would believe the rest of it. But I don't know where you would have gone.
I don't either.
I also don't. Well, yeah, I kind of do remember watching it with the whole family because it was one of those shows that we would like sing the theme song to all together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 4th season is bad.
This is
But the rest of it's so good.
Where did Ben go? For a whole season of Battlestar Galactica. I'm worried about him.
One thing I was thinking about was I went to Ecuador for 2 weeks in high school, but at that point I don't think you lived with us. It would have been like 2013.
Yeah, if you were... No, I didn't in 2013. So it wouldn't have been that. Although you could have watched it after I left, but I feel like
I feel like it was like
house.
a whole... I remember being a whole family thing.
Yeah.
And then before that, I can't think of another, like... Maybe there was some camp or something I'm not remembering. I don't fucking know.
Did they like give you a lobotomy at some point? It was like when you came back from that?
Maybe it was Nature's Classroom.
Oh, could be.
Or Washington, D.C. trip in 8th grade. Nature's Classroom was 6th grade, Washington, D.C. was 8th grade.
I'm really surprised. You must have been really young because I'm having trouble like believing that we told you not to bother watching it and you like listened and just didn't watch it.
I know, isn't that bizarre? What a fucking weirdo to like, just trust that. Like, especially because I'm sure season 3 probably ends on a cliffhanger because I think
probably.
they all do. Like, what a dumbass. Form your own opinions, idiot.
Yeah, I feel like you could have totally leveraged that by like trolling him for other things. Been like something that was really good. What if season 4 was great and you were like, yeah, Ben, don't watch it sucks. And then he watch it, like, what a long con. And then he watches it when he's like a full adult in his mid-20s, like, this is fantastic. Oh my God.
That reminds me of how Griffin McElroy just found out like a year ago that you're not supposed to eat the pasta in the little display containers at Olive Garden. Like his brothers convinced him that it was like a snack for while you wait for a table, and they never told him otherwise until he found out live on the podcast one day.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Griffin McElroy?
No,
the pasta.
They have a display case of pasta? That's so weird.
Yeah, like, like little glass containers full of pasta. Like as little like you're in Italy now. There's pasta everywhere.
It's I think decorations is a better word than display.
Yeah.
They're like table decorations, right?
Well, they're like at the entrance. It's like to set the ambiance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it dry? Is it cooked pasta?
No, it's dry.
Uncooked pasta.
It's dry pasta.
And he eats it?
He used to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're watching Battlestar Galactica now. For people who don't know what Battlestar Galactica is about, here's the pitch.
Okay.
So humans created these robots called Cylons. And then 40 years before the events of the show, the Cylons turned on mankind, and there was a big war. And the war ended 40 years before the end of the show. There was a truce agreed upon, and then humans and Cylons left on some ships, and humans didn't hear from them for 40 years at all. They had an armistice station where they each party was like allowed to send a representative every year to just like make sure the peace was good or whatever, and humans sent one every year and Cylons never did. Then Battlestar Galactica starts, the TV show that's in the show. It's really meta. And the Cylons come back, and there's a couple twists. When humans last saw them, they were like really old robots that look like big toasters. Now they can look like us.
Uh-oh, they've been evolving.
There are 12 models of human-looking Cylons.
Do they still have old toaster functionality while looking like humans?
Toaster is like a slur for Cylons in this future, right?
Is.
Yeah.
How great would it be if you could toast your own bread, though, like yourself?
Like in your butt.
Well, I would put it somewhere else, Ben.
Well, I'm just thinking that is the most like a slot in a toaster on your body is your butt.
Well, maybe on your
cleavage.
body.
Yeah, I would definitely lever to my. How about these two toasters?
Yeah, but not everyone has big badonkadonk titties.
Yeah.
Well, if you're designing your own toaster human.
Yeah,
true.
I could toast 3 pieces of bread at once.
Weird brag.
Like breads. Am I right?
I hate you for that.
Yeah.
I hate you for how much I liked that. So the Cylons come back, and the start of the show is... Actually, the start of the show is a mini-series. It's called Battlestar Galactica, the mini-series, which is 2 1.5-hour episodes. Which I think it might have been a Game of Thrones type situation where they weren't planning on making more. I'm not actually sure, and then they did because it was really successful. Or maybe it was just like the plan for it to be kind of a prequel, but you should definitely watch that first because it introduces all this. So the Cylons come back and destroy basically most of humanity.
Wow.
Because they're like totally, it's like a complete surprise, and they have nukes, and they're just like fucking everything up.
Wow.
And I should mention this: in the world of Battlestar Galactica, it's not taking place like the humans don't live on Earth; they live on the 12 colonies, which are these 12 planets in like one. I think it's all in one solar system that they've colonized and made habitable. And then the whole point of the show is they're searching for Earth because it's like a mythical 13th colony.
Is it habitable? Is that the word?
What is it?
Habitable.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Is that like a British pronunciation? Or is that just wrong?
I thought...
Or both?
It's a Ben pronunciation.
I think it's wrong. But you said it, and I was like, well, Ben is subscribed to the New York Times for the next 5 years. I don't think...
I feel like I've heard people say it like that.
To him.
Wait,
on that one.
the Google one says it how I said it.
What?
Wait.
I
No,
think you're
it
thinking
says
about-
it like... Wait, how did you say it?
Habitable.
Habitable.
I don't... I think it's habitable.
Oh. You're
No,
thinking
it's
of
not.
vegetable.
Okay, this is an interesting wrinkle, though.
You're thinking of
robot
habitual.
voice who's pronouncing that is British, but
Habitable.
definitely saying
No, she's-
habitable.
You
is
said
one.
habitable.
Sure, but I think the main difference is in how
you're right,
pronounced it
the
is the
is.
accent.
Yeah,
You
you're
guys
right.
are
You're
saying
right.
habitable.
Habitable. Yeah, not habitable. It's where where the not the accent, but the emphasis on the wrong.
The emphasis,
On the
yeah.
wrong
You're saying it like hospitable or like. Yeah.
I mean, the "huh" part was definitely wrong. I don't know why I said that, but I feel like it could go either way on the emphasis.
Okay. All right. You know what?
Well, like it's like habitat. Habitat is the root word, right? So that's why we're correct.
Yeah, and that definitely always translates
And-
to words that are based on words. The root word always has the same emphasis,
Yeah,
right?
especially in English, and it's inhabit,
Yeah.
not inhibit.
Sure.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, they
Okay.
made them habitable. Boy, that sounds wrong when I say it out loud.
It's right.
You know
it
what?
sounds right to me. It sounds
You
great.
know what? It sounds great, but you got to do you, Ben. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't deserve you.
Yeah. She's right.
They made these new planets able to be lived on.
Nice.
And form these 12 colonies. And the Battlestar Galactica is the name of a ship, which is like one of the last oldest ships from like the Cylon Wars.
Oldest, hardest, clearest.
And at the beginning of the show, it's being decommissioned and set to become a museum. And then very quickly, it becomes basically the last military vessel on that humanity has.
Wow.
And for most of the show, it's sort of them in a convoy of civilian ships with around 50,000 surviving humans, which is a bonkers number for like that's the rest of our species. And trying
Like
to
smaller than the town I used to live in.
trying to escape the Cylons basically and figure out how they're going to survive as a species. And it's just so good, at least to start. I love the whole like android that can look like human thing, which is such a common thing in sci-fi, but like I liked it in Fallout 4. I liked it in Blade Runner 2049. Didn't like the first Blade Runner. I like it in... There's other ones that I can't remember at the moment.
With Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, well, I like it. I like it especially in the context of like they're infiltrating and we can't tell the difference, which is really cool. And like there's a really exciting element in Battlestar Galactica. Like we know there are only 12 models of humanoid Cylons, but the humans in the show don't know that. They just know they've seen one who was a Cylon, and they for all they know, like half their survivors could be Cylons infiltrating them. Like they have no idea, which is so cool and so fun. And like I remember some of the important reveals for who's a Cylon and not. I don't remember others, and so that's really exciting. Like I don't remember just enough of the show for it to be surprising to me still, which is really cool. But I remember enough to be like excited for things that I know are coming. It's a really nice balance of my memory of the show. So I'm loving it.
Is Kylie liking it?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes, she is.
Where are you watching it, please?
Peacock.
Oh, I'm not subscribed to that, but I was.
You looked so excited.
Well, I forgot. I got that confused with Paramount Plus while I was feeling excited about it. But maybe Paramount Plus has it.
I think it's only Peacock. Maybe not. I don't know. I subscribed just to watch it
Nice.
without ads. I don't want ads.
What made you think of it?
What made you think of what?
Battlestar
Battlestar
Galactica. You're not just...
It's been like a while that I've wanted to watch it, but like it's actually every time we're thinking of a show to watch, I usually bring it up as an option for like a while now. But after watching Blade Runner, both Blade Runners in a weekend, it like really made me again want to watch Battlestar Galactica because I think they have one of the coolest like humanoid robot infiltrating humanity type
so
things.
Great. It's so great because there are so many good reveals and so many different ways that they reveal like people's like secret identities and stuff. It's just great.
Yeah. There's also I
So
just
much
like
politics.
Yeah, there's it's great. I love it. It's just great.
So many very lovable characters and so many very hateable characters. Some just really great acting and character development.
So would you recommend watching the miniseries, watching the first 3 seasons, and then...
I'm gonna watch the 4th season because I want to know what I feel about it. Though it seems like pretty universally understood that it's much worse.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole ton about the last season, and I think honestly it was specifically the last episode that was the biggest disappointment to me, but I don't remember a lot of details about why. I just remember being so disappointed. But I feel like you're always going to wonder what it was if you don't watch it, right? Like, I still would recommend watching it through because that's the full experience of watching Battlestar Galactica.
She's changed her tune since last she spoke to you about it.
Now I'm a completionist.
All right, since the rest of your family is listening, please write into the podcast and let Ben know if your opinion has changed and whether he should watch season 4. Talking to you, Aunt Brown. Talking to you, Uncle Brown. Talking to you, James. Weigh in.
Yep. Well, that's exciting.
8th grade Washington, D.C. trip would have been like 2010. Does that... You lived with us then.
Also, if you know where Ben was when you watched Battlestar Galactica
family,
season 4,
help me out here. This is such a distinct memory, and I want to know if I made it up or not.
I left in 2006, came back in 2010, but also was home for the, school breaks, and I stayed until 2012. So those are your windows. Pretty much any time until 2012, honestly, if it was a summer or a winter break. So
2010, it would have been around like right after you graduated and came home.
Yeah.
That feels like a likely window to me.
Yeah. Very possible. Very possible. Also kind of a blur for me, so that would explain a lot.
All right, cool. We'll see if the parents have any, or Lucas, or James rather, sorry. If James or the parents have any thoughts on that.
Sweet. All right, well, should we do homework then?
Yeah.
I know it feels like we've been recording forever, but I think there was some stuff we were going to cut at the beginning, so don't panic.
No. It's fine. I'm not panicking. I'm very calm.
Please stop panicking, okay? You're making me panic.
Stop telling me not to panic!
Okay, my homework is to check out the KOA Herkimer if you are going to be in upstate New York, or there's a couple other places around there where you can mine. One of them's called like Ace of Diamonds, I think. Just look up Herkimer diamond mining and you'll find all the places. And if you want to see pictures of the Herkimer diamonds, you can tweet at us on Twitter at WayTooBroadPod to remind me to post them, and I will. Because I probably won't otherwise. My Twitter and Instagram are at Anthropology. My TikTok is at Hannah and Her Cats. And that's all those. So
I have a suggestion.
What?
I think Herkimer should open a franchise and call it Mind Your Own Business.
Yeah, I think you're right. Mm-hmm. Erin, what's your homework?
My homework is to, that's toughy. You can check out, if you're interested in getting into Ocarina of Time randomizer, you can check out, let me get to that website, OOTrandomizer.com. It seems to be a really nice community. I haven't joined the Discord or anything, but I was thinking about maybe doing that. I don't know. And you can watch me stream on... Gosh, I don't remember my Twitch these days. What is it? I think it's Ernbernog. ERNBRNOG on Twitch.
Nice.
The old Ernbernog.
Good old
That's
Ernbernog. Ben, what's your homework?
My homework is to watch Battlestar Galactica. It's on Peacock.
It's not on Paramount Plus.
That's too bad.
As far as we know.
Well, she looked it up. Yeah. Cool.
Maybe it is.
If you want to call us.
Did Ben do any of his socials?
No. Go ahead.
Where do you have to go?
Twitter's nicely proved Ben. My Twitch is Disco Greg. Good night.
Thank you.
End of the podcast. Bye.
If you want to call us or text us and tell us your obsession this week, or tell us, whether Ben should watch the 4th season of Battlestar Galactica.
To whatever you say.
What?
I said I'm going to whatever you say.
Yeah, but still, you should tell us.
Yeah.
You can call us or text us at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
Is it? You can find us on Twitter at TwoBroadPod, Instagram at WayTooBroad. You can email us at WayTooBroad@gmail.com. You can also email us, James, if you want to confirm our addresses to send us vegan charcuterie. That would be a good place to do that. You can find all of that stuff, all the contact information, not our addresses. You'll have to reach out directly for those at waytoobroad.com.
We will give them, though, no matter what.
Or waytoobod.com or nameyourselfjame.com. Shout out to our brother for nicknaming himself Jame. For anything you want. Earnben.com for anything you need. Maxfun.org for a cute dog on a boat. Check out Eamon at AEMYN on Twitter for great music. They wrote our theme, intro, and outro music and theme song, and they're a wonderful person. And leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you want to. I said
Just
it this week.
do it.
So what? It would be cool. And that's it. So the podcast candle, which I have this week, is now.
Me too.
It's still on? It's extinguished.
It's extinguished.
I was certain you would have blown it out earlier.
Why?
Throwing sparks everywhere.
Just wait till